Hey everyone, I missed doing my garden update in July, so here we are on August 23rd, and you're looking at corn husks, organic, yay, being prepared to go into the compost, so that's good. I'm going to do a little walk around my garden. I was doing it more regularly, but summer kind of takes over. So here we are going by the side of our house. It's kind of a little secret garden. There's our compost bin. And I love this little kind of area that doesn't look like it's a passageway, but it really is. It's shady and it's lovely. This is a nettle patch in here, among other things. And then here's the end of the summer hydrangea, which was not killed by the polar vortex. But my poor little mop heads. I can really count on one hand how many mop heads hydrangeas we got this year. Oh, it's a little sad. But these guys are pretty good. They're making up for it. And you see all the bees? I'm not sure, but there's just like at least 20 of them. What a beautiful blue sky today. It's feeling almost more like September than August. Here's the front, which needs a lot of work. There's some nice spearmint and hosta. This is some goldenrod that I'm going to harvest soon. And here's another mop head, so that's the second one. Some garden phlox. And let's see what we got here. Siberian iris that's gone by. And I just wanted to go by the Angelica because you all saw that earlier when it was green, and now it's brown and it's dropping its seeds. So if you can see down in this bed, those are all second year Angelica, and next year they'll put up the spike and create these big flower heads that turn into seeds. So here we are going down the path on the other side, and here's some snapdragons and some sweet William and some annual black-eyed Susan. And I'm going to get on the other side. My shadow isn't in the way. And here is some plants that never bloomed because they kept getting chomped by bunnies. Beautiful. Oh, look. Look. This time of year, the zinnias get all kinds of pollinators. Look at that. Lovely. Yeah, look how bright and cheerful these zinnias are. I just adore them. There's a little bee visiting. So let's go around. More goldenrod is behind, because it's more shady, so it's behind the one I just showed previously. So let's walk by our lovely garage. This is a garden that I put in, dug it out and just really started it last year and this year. This is a Mexican sunflower that I grew from seed and kept in a pot, and it's just transplanted within the past couple days, so it should start blooming in another week or two. More spearmint. Here's some annuals. And I cut back the lavender after it bloomed earlier this season, and now it's blooming again. Oh, here comes Luna to visit. Hi, Lulu. Oh, she's going to take a little rest. And here's more spearmint and sweet William, annual, black-eyed Susan, a zinnia that's been attacked by a goldfinch, the end of a branching sunflower, it's an echinacea, And my rose is, oh, look, there's some buds there. So after it blooms, I cut it back, and then it usually will bloom several times over the course of the summer, which is so lovely. Here's another couple of Mexican sunflowers that I grew from seed that I just planted from the pot they were in. So hopefully, you know, in the middle of September they'll be blooming. Here's a lovely skullcap. And here's a beautiful hardy hibiscus. Oh my goodness, it's magical. It's so big. I mean, it's way bigger than my hand. And it doesn't show up in the video. Oh yeah, it does. But that is like shiny in the middle. So cool. Here's some more. Oh, it's just lovely. I'm getting so much pleasure from this lovely plant. But here's a sad story. That is calendula. It has not bloomed once. I don't know why. It's beyond me. If anyone has any thoughts about why my calendula didn't bloom this year, please comment. Another Mexican sunflower. And the other side of the hardy hibiscus, more goldenrod. And here is my hydrangea that normally would be covered and just covered with tens of just so many blooms. And here we are. There's one. So I think that's the third one that we've seen. Oh, just tragic. So we had a polar vortex that killed all the old style buds. They'll bloom next year because they bloom on old growth, and so if they get frosted at a certain point in the end of the winter, beginning of the spring, that's the end of them. So this is my herbal garden, or I should say my culinary garden. And here we are to round 2 of zinnias. We have some hollyhocks and balloon flower, more annual annual black-eyed Susans, which I just love. They're really lovely, and they're blooming like crazy. And again, the pollinators love them. This is garden phlox. So there's the low-lying phlox that blooms in spring, but this tall phlox blooms, you know, in August. And there's our hummingbird feeders, which I see a lot of activity. Still got a little few bee balms left. More phlox, and there's some lemongrass in there. Here's our beautiful rhodie bush. And I'm about to harvest some comfrey to make a comfrey oil. I'm going to make a salve with agrimony, comfrey, calendula flowers, and lavender flowers. This is helianthus. And here's my tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes. And here are my potted plants that look like they're screaming for water. So after this video, that's what I'll do. More calendula that is bigger but still not in bloom. And then one last stop on the garden tour. Oh, wait, 2 last. This is potted basil and holy basil. And I'm going to make an oil with the holy basil soon. So here's some radishes and cucumbers, more Mexican sunflower. You can't really see the beautiful parsley, and more holy basil, parsley, little cannabis. There's some hot peppers, a nice sunflower, sage, more Mexican sunflowers. These are almost ready to bloom. Yay. More tulsi, This was okra that we got some nice okra from. Delicious. We grilled it. And then a cucumber, which I do not like cucumbers, but I have to say I think I'm doing a pretty good job growing them. So that's it for the late summer garden. I think it turned out pretty well this year. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the tour. Oh wait, one last thing. Yep, look. This is mugwort or artemisia, and she is ready to harvest. I love drying her and having her on hand for magical purposes. So we will end on that note.